The 21st Panzer Division was a German armoured division best known for its role in the battles of the North African Campaign from 1941 to 1943 during World War II, when it was one of the two armoured divisions making up the Deutsches Afrikakorps, 1941–1942. On the 2nd of March 1941, the first 88mm dual-purpose guns arrived and provided much-needed firepower. Although the DAK commander, Erwin Rommel, was under strict orders to remain on the defensive, he ordered an attack on the 31st of March by the 5th Light and 4th Italian Divisions, which was a big success, as the British began a retreat that would, by April, see German forces pushing into Egypt after an advance of some 600 miles. Gazala was taken on the 5th of June, and during the battle from 20–21 June, 21st Panzer along with 90th Light Division and 15th Panzer Division broke through the Tobruk perimeter, capturing nearly 35,000 prisoners. As a result, the British 8th Army fell back. The fighting had taken its toll on the division, with the 15th and 21st Panzer only able to field 44 tanks between them. 4/5 of the transport vehicles had been captured when they crossed into Egypt. The British prepared a new defensive position at Mersa Matruh. 21st Panzer was used to sweep behind the British 13th Corps, where it engaged in an intense combat with the 2nd New Zealand Division at the Battle of Mersa Matruh. The British were defeated and fell back to a new line at El Alamein. In a series of battles fought in July, the 8th Army was able to stop the advance of the Afrikakorps at the First Battle of El Alamein. Shortages in equipment, ammunition, and fuel limited further actions. Rommel made a last effort to break through the British positions on the 31st of August at the Battle of Alam el Hafa, but the Germans were again repulsed. In a series of battles in this area, the 21st Panzer Division commander von Bismarck was killed by a British mine, and Oberst C. H. Luncherhausen took command until Major General Heinz von Randauer arrived on the 18th of September. On the 23rd of October, the British offensive and the Second Battle of El Alamein began. The Germans were overwhelmed and 21st Panzer was reduced to only 4 tanks by the 7th of November. During the long retreat to Tunisia, the 21st Panzer fought the rearguard actions. To compound German problems, the Anglo-Americans landed in Morocco and Algeria during Operation Torch, and Panzer Army Africa, as it was now called, was threatened with annihilation, as it would be caught in a vice. On the 21st of December, von Randau was killed. 1943. By the time it reached Tunis, 21st Panzer had ceased to exist as a cohesive unit and was split up into battle groups Pfeiffer and Gruen. They were subsequently renamed battle groups Stenkopf and Squet, which took part in the Battle of Kasserine Pass. Major General von Hulsen surrendered the remnants of the division on the 13th of May 1943. In France, the division was reconstituted in June 1943, where it remained for rehabilitation and garrison duty until the Allied landings at Normandy. The new division's commander was Oberst Edgar Feuchtinger, who was promoted to General Major on the 1st of August 1943 and General Lieutenant exactly a year later. It was heavily engaged in the fighting at the Normandy beachheads, being the only Panzer division to engage the Allies on the first day. The division was formed from the elements of the newly created Schnell Division West, a newly designed, highly mobile type of formation that was intended to be able to cover a great deal of territory to reach a point of invasion. It was thought that a number of these formations would be set up in France, each with greater mobility and transport than a standard panzer division. German industry was unable to provide the vehicles for these units, and only a single brigade was formed, known as Schnell Brigade West. This was largely fitted out with captured French half-tracks and light tanks that had been armored and upgunned by a mechanical engineer by the name of Alfred Becker, working at a conversion facility near Paris called Baukommando Becker. Becker provided the unit with most of its transport and all of its assault guns. On June 17, 1943, Schnell Brigade West was upgraded to Schnell Division West, and on June 27, 1943 was assigned the name 21st Panzer Division in memory of the unit that had fought and been captured in North Africa. Major Becker was assigned the command of the division's assault gun battalion, Panzerjägerabteilung 200. The division was under the command of Rommel, who was responsible for German forces from the Netherlands to the Loire. 1944–1945. Rommel had been away from the front during the first days of the invasion on leave to visit his family. He reassumed command on the 9th of June. The division was grouped with two SS units under the command of Sepp Dietrich, which were to push northwest to retake Bayeux, but this plan was abandoned when the divisional staff were killed in a bombing raid. The division continued to fight as part of the front throughout June and July. Between the 6th of June and the 8th of July, 21st Panzer reported the loss of 54 Panzer IVs, with 17 Panzer IVs arriving as replacements. On the 3rd of July, a German report stated the following number of enemy tanks destroyed by 21st Panzer according to weapon used: PZ 37, Sturmgeschütz 15, Mo. Pack-and-Amp, Flak 41, Artillery 3, Infantry 5, total 101. To the 27th of July, German tank losses continued in similar numbers. Between the 6th of June and the 7th of August, British reports based on captured vehicles suggested that about half of the German tanks knocked out were because of armor-piercing ammunition, the rest by a roughly equal combination of infantry anti-tank weapons, artillery, aircraft, rockets, a cannon, or were abandoned, destroyed by the Crows. The last major action the 21st Panzer took part in on the Western Front was the stubborn resistance it gave the British Guards Armoured Division during Operation Bluecoat. On the 1st of August 1944, the surviving forces of the 21st Panzer were then almost entirely lost in the Falaise pocket. The remnants of the unit merged with the 16th Luftwaffe Field Division. Of the 223 tanks of the 21st and other divisions captured in the area by British forces between 8 to 31 August, about three-quarters were abandoned, destroyed by the Crows. In December, Rundstedt decided not to commit the 21st to offensive actions in Operation Wacht am Rhein, leaving it to provide flank cover, which probably saved it from total destruction. On the 29th of December, 21st Panzer reported the following strength: 72 PZKPFWIVs, 38 PZKPFW versus 8 Flak Panzer IV. On the 25th of January 1945, the division was reformed as a much reduced Panzer Division and operated on the Eastern Front. The unit surrendered to the Red Army on the 29th of April 1945. Units of 21st Panzer Division. Commander, Lieutenant General Edgar Feuchtinger, 22 Panzer Regiment I Panzer Battalion, 2 Panzer Battalion, 125 Panzer Grenadier Regiment I Panzer Grenadier Battalion, 2 Panzer Grenadier Battalion, 192 Panzer Grenadier Regiment I Panzer Grenadier Battalion, 2 Panzer Grenadier Battalion, 155 Panzer Artillery Regiment I Panzer Artillery Battalion, 2 Panzer Artillery Battalion, 3 Panzer Artillery Battalion, 21 Panzer Reconnaissance Battalion, 200 Assault Gun Battalion, 200 Anti-Tank Battalion, 200 Panzer Signals Battalion, 220 Panzer Engineer Battalion, 305 Flak Battalion. Commanding Officers: as 5th Light Africa Division, Heinrich Kirchheim, 16 to 31 May 1941. Johann von Ravenstein, the 31st of May. As 21st Panzer Division, General Major Johann von Ravenstein, the 1st of August, the 29th of November 1941. Oberstleutnant Gustav Georg Nabe, the 29th of November, the 1st of December 1941. General Major Karl Bocher, the 1st of December 1941 to 11 February 1942. General Major Georg von Bismarck, the 11th of February, the 21st of July 1942. Oberst Alfred Britt, the 21st of July, the 1st of August 1942. General Major Georg von Bismarck, 1 to 31 August 1942. Oberst Karl Hans Lungershausen, 1 to 18 September 1942. General Major Heinz von Randow, the 18th of September, the 21st of December 1942. Oberst Kurt Freier von Liebenstein, the 21st of December 1942 to 1 January 1943. General Major Hans Georg Hildebrand, the 1st of January, the 25th of April 1943. Oberst Heinrich Hermann von Hulsen, the 25th of April, the 13th of May 1943. General Lieutenant Edgar Feuchtinger, the 15th of May 1943 to 15 January 1944. General Major Oswin Grolich, the 15th of January, the 8th of March 1944. General Lieutenant Franz Westhoven, the 8th of March, the 8th of May 1944. General Lieutenant Edgar Feuchtinger, the 8th of May 1944 to 25 January 1945. Oberst Helmut Zollenkopf, the 25th of January, the 12th of February 1945.